Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us, especially after that Badger heartbreak. I'm Allison Fergit. The University of Wisconsin-Madison is preparing for possible budget cuts in fiscal year 2026. University leaders are asking all schools, colleges, and administrative divisions to develop budget cut scenarios of 5 to 10%. In a press release Friday, UW-Madison announced plans to reduce non-essential spending, including travel and supplies. Department heads will also review vacant positions to determine if they need to be filled. These actions come as the university faces financial uncertainty with potential federal funding cuts on the horizon. A high-profile trial is underway in Wisconsin, where a man is facing human trafficking and sexual assault charges amid other disturbing allegations that stem back from 2018.
State of Wisconsin versus Austin Chronister.
Austin Chronister faces human trafficking, sexual assault charges relating to allegations stemming back to 2018 in this home near 31st and State. Friday, prosecutors called detectives to the stand.
She was threatened at one time with being injected with some type of ingredient that would render her in a coma state. And as Trita stated, he also enforced acts of sexual intercourse on her.
A criminal complaint says multiple women signed a contract to live here with Chronister. Investigators say they called the property House St. Pierre, and he assigned the women living there slave numbers and had the same slave tattoo, wearing collars at all times. The defense today arguing the relationships were consensual.
Because two people are consensually in a BDSM relationship, although that might seem weird to the average person living in Milwaukee County, that this is what the community does, that they live in these homes, that they role play, and you heard the testimony today that these women came there voluntarily.
Detectives say he chokeslammed one woman.
At which time he continued to, she described banging her head against the floor of the landing, feeling like he was crushing her head like a pancake.
They say victims also described him giving them, quote, punishment sex for misbehaving. Chronister is out on bond.
He's not making any statements.
He's not making any statements? What happened inside the home? Nothing? What do you have to say to the victims?
He's not making any statements. You can stop harassing my client.
Will you make a statement for him?
No.
Why not? Another woman named in the complaint, criminal defense attorney Kristen St. Pierre, who lived in the home, isn't charged with anything. She paid Chronister's bail. In Milwaukee, James Stratton.
We had a cooler day out there. It was just slightly below normal for our high temperatures, but we have a wet and windy one coming up to finish the weekend out, so I hope you had some time to get out there and enjoy it. Here's our highs today: 43 in La Crosse, 42 in Eau Claire, so again below normal, but we were lucky throughout the first start of the month with all those above average temperatures. Now we have to make it feel a little bit closer to spring-like. As we go into tonight, here's our lows. Actually staying fairly warm. We have warmer air moving in, but it's not going to feel too warm tomorrow because we'll have more clouds and some rain on the way. We can already see it on radar right now, starting to make its way across Minnesota. That's just the first batch of it, just a quick light batch in line of rain moving through, getting here around the midnight hour, but we'll have more widespread showers moving through tomorrow. Here's a look at your morning planner. Again, a little bit of a wet morning. It will be scattered to start, so it's not going to be fully wet for the entire period, but we will see rain chances continue on through the entirety of the day. Eau Claire will see some snow chances moving into the evening as well. I'll have all the details on how much snow everybody could be getting, who's going to see the snow. Not looking too bad right now,
okay,
but there is a chance to possibly see a couple flakes out there as you go into tomorrow evening.
Good to know. All right, thank you, Nicole.
Yeah.
Well, a craft show for a good cause. Today, the Logan High School Parent Organization hosted a craft show to raise money for scholarships. The organization hosts the show twice a year. For this spring show, more than 100 vendors showed off their crafts.
Every year we have some continuing vendors, and then we also have some new vendors that join. And there are so many different things: woodworkers, jewelry makers, baked goods. It really is a fabulous place to spend a few hours on a Saturday.
All the proceeds collected today will go toward around 40 scholarships, and the organization expects around 2,000 people went to the show today. In La Crosse today, a unique event gave broken items a second chance. The La Crosse Public Library and Habitat for Humanity teamed up to host a repair cafe. The free event allowed the public to bring in broken items, and volunteers not only repaired them, but also taught attendees how to fix things on their own.
I love seeing all the different generations of people come through, and so the last one that we had, there was some children also learning from one of the volunteers on how to fix something, so I thought that was really cool. They actually fixed a little toy car, which was neat.
Attendees were welcome to bring in clothes, small furniture, and household appliances for repair. 2 programs helping home and students with disabilities are reaching milestone years. Today, the community celebrated 10 years of Homan's Adapted Sports League and 15 years of Project Live. Project Live is a transition program for older students with disabilities as they learn how to be independent in the community. Families honored the milestone with the program's annual fundraiser, which included activities like bingo and bowling.
The community has made it bigger and better every single year with their generosity, with their amazing donations.
All proceeds from today's fundraiser go to educational items and experiences. If you missed today's event but want to support, you can send donations to Homan High School. A local event helped raise awareness and support for an important cause. The La Crosse Area Suicide Prevention Initiative hosted its 13th annual Dance for Hope. The event focuses on suicide prevention, education, and spreading hope throughout the community.
I think it's important to support suicide prevention, just to get the word out there. You don't know what people are going through, and it's important to talk about it. So it feels like a more open and safe community for people, just in general, so people don't feel like they're alone.
Attendees were also encouraged to make donations, with all contributions going directly to support the initiative. Still to come, a major update from the Vatican. Pope Francis is about to make his first public appearance in weeks after a health scare.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
At the University of Wisconsin-Madison, we believe in working together to address real-world challenges. That's why we're proud to help farmers cultivate healthy food and landowners preserve and maintain forest land. We're proud to educate the next generation of teachers and drive groundbreaking medical research. Together, we make an impact that rings loud and clear. One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
Every kid deserves a great education. As state superintendent, I helped pass a new literacy law, raised math and science standards, and expanded technical education. My opponent is a lobbyist who's never held a Wisconsin teaching license. She's worked to drain money from public schools to pay for private schools, raise property taxes, and eliminate teacher license requirements. I'm Jill Underly. I'll protect our public schools and never stop working to improve them.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Justice Department says it's opened a criminal investigation into a classified leak. That leak contains information that intelligence officials conducted an assessment of Venezuelan criminal group Tren de Aragua. The findings contradicted President Donald Trump's claims Venezuela's government is directing the group to commit crimes in the U.S. That could call into question Trump's deportation of suspected Tren de Aragua members. The Justice Department blames the, quote, deep state for leaking the information to the New York Times. The newspaper published a story on it Thursday. Pope Francis is set to be discharged from the hospital on Sunday after more than 5 weeks of treatment for a severe respiratory infection. The 88-year-old pontiff has been battling double pneumonia since February 14th. Doctors say he will need 2 months of rest at the Vatican. The Pope will make his first public appearance in weeks on Sunday, offering a blessing from his hospital window at noon. This marks his first public appearance since February 9th, when he last addressed the faithful in St. Peter's Square. The Department of Homeland Security is cutting staff at its civil rights and oversight offices. A DHS spokesperson says a reduction in force is underway at the Office for Civil Rights and Civil Liberties. The same is also happening at offices for 2 major ombudsmen. Those offices handle complaints within the immigration system and other issues like green card and citizenship application processing. The offices have served as internal watchdogs and advocate on behalf of immigrants, but the Trump administration considers them roadblocks to immigration enforcement. The Trump administration will have to resume handing out millions of dollars worth of grants earmarked for addressing teacher shortages. The decision from a federal appeals court leaves in place a temporary restraining order that put an end to the Department of Education's removal of K-12 funding programs. Administration officials had said the cuts were a part of President Donald Trump's effort to slash diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. The legal challenge in this matter was brought by Democratic state attorneys general. They argued that the termination notices didn't include any evidence that the training programs involved were DEI efforts in any illegal way. Still to come, a major healthcare company is set to invest billions in the U.S. What this could mean for innovation and for jobs.
We have some rain and snow and some wind coming on the way to finish the weekend out. I'll have all the details on who's going to see the snow and how much you can expect coming up right after the break.
Enjoy tax relief savings today at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Spend $9.99 or more and receive an extra 7% tax relief discount. Plus, take advantage of no interest for 1 year. Don't miss out. 7% tax relief savings end Thursday at Home Furniture.
Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment. Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot! Shut up!
Called GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $4,350 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
How corrupt is Brad Schimmel? Let's count the ways. 1. Schimmel gave a plea deal to a man caught with child porn after the man's lawyer gave his campaign thousands of dollars. 2. Schimmel let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for years, then lied about it. 3. Schimmel took thousands in campaign contributions from opioid makers, then refused to go after them when opioid deaths spiked. That's Brad Schimmel, and he's way too corrupt for the Supreme Court.
Home Seasonal Concepts is now open, and right now get a free custom order patio fabric upgrade from top brands Homecrest and Tropitone. Plus, get an extra 7% off sale prices and pay no interest for 1 year on porch and patio at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Johnson & Johnson says it will invest more than $55 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years. The healthcare conglomerate says that represents a 25% increase compared to the previous 4 years. Johnson & Johnson says the money will go into manufacturing, research and development, and technology. Included are plans to build 4 new manufacturing plants in the U.S. The company broke ground on one of those Friday in Wilson, North Carolina. The Wall Street Journal reports this facility will manufacture what J&J calls cutting-edge medicines to fight cancer and other diseases. Well, you may want to check your refrigerator if you recently purchased cheese from Aldi. The grocery store chain has recalled nearly 5,000 bags of shredded cheese due to possible metal contamination. The recall involves the Happy Farms shredded Colby Jack cheese. The affected products were sold in 4 states: Michigan, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. The expiration dates are either July 13th or July 14th of this year. Consumers who have the cheese should throw it out. Well, it was a little bit cool here in the Coulee region, but overall really sunny, a very beautiful day, but looks like we have some precipitation on the way. Let's send it to Nicole for our weather.
Yeah, we have a chance to see some rain, snow, and some wind coming back. It's not going to be a lot of snow, which is the good news since we're officially in astronomical spring. I'm sure a lot of us are done with that, but I bet we would get another chance of it coming soon since we are within the month of March still, and it's not uncommon to be picking up multiple inches of snow here. Tomorrow, though, it's looking like it's going to be mainly rain across the area. We actually have the first batch of it coming in, as we saw on radar a little while ago. We're seeing some scattered showers getting into the area around midnight or so. Again, very scattered, possibly Eau Claire picking up some light rain, and then another quick line moving in into the early morning hours tomorrow. Could see some slight mixture of some sleet or wintry mix in that, mainly for areas north of I-94 off into central Wisconsin. And that's where we're going to see the bulk of the snow falling. As we continue on throughout the day, those temperatures will stay cold enough to support snow falling throughout the most of the day. We're going to see a good amount of snow fall over near Wausau, but for our area, we should miss out on most of it. Some locations north of I-94 could be getting some light snow, but most of us will mainly be seeing that rain as we go into the afternoon. Not ruling out the chance for a couple of rumble of thunders with this widespread shower moving through as well. Not looking at anything other than that, along with those gusty winds, but other than that, mainly rain throughout the most of the day. And then again, still those light snow flurries for north of I-94 as we go into the evening hours. All of that precipitation is going to turn to snow, and there could be the possibility of some scattered snow flurries moving through just south of I-94. Overall accumulation with snow, though, even if we see some of those flakes, is looking really light. Here's a look at our rain going through the entire day and into Monday morning. Again, most of those widespread showers and snow is staying off into central Wisconsin, especially in north central Wisconsin, but we could see on the higher end up to 3/4 of an inch of rain, which is needed because it's still pretty dry out there. As for snow, again, the highest amount staying well out of our area. Could still pick up some of those trace amounts right along or north of I-94. Other than that, it's not really looking like it's going to be able to grab on and stick around. Possibly seeing maybe an inch, but looking to see less than that as we go into Monday morning. That could cause for some slick spots, though, on your Monday morning commute if it does stick around and latch onto the ground. The main story going into tomorrow, though, apart from the rain, is going to be those strong winds. Already in the morning, seeing wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. We'll see it die down briefly as we go into the afternoon, but still going to be quite breezy out there. And then those winds really start to kick up again as we go into the evening, seeing wind gusts upwards of 40 miles an hour, and that'll last throughout the evening, going to 4 p.m. and even later, lasting into the overnight period as well before we finally start to see those winds start to calm down as we go into Monday afternoon. For tomorrow's highs, even though we're not really going to be spending a lot of time outside unless you like standing in the rain, it's going to stay near normal. We have warmer air moving in tonight. That's helping those overnight lows get a little bit warmer, but with all that rain and snow, it's going to keep those temperatures from getting too warm out there. We actually have a fairly mild start to the work week as well, staying near normal for most of the first couple days of the week, with some light rain chances coming Tuesday. Otherwise, as we get towards the end of the week, it's going to get a little bit breezy and some more rain chances, but we'll at least be back into the 60s, potentially close to 70 for some locations, so looking forward to it.
It looks like the week is rewarding us for getting through the work week. It's like, here you go, Friday, you made it through. Exactly, to 60s. That's, super exciting.
Looking forward to it,
Thank you, Nicole. And coming up in sports, the Badgers look to make it to the Sweet 16. Oh, it didn't go too well for us. Plus, a couple of area teams look to bring home a gold ball. Cade is in next.
We all have a friend who loves the McDonald's hot, crispy Filet-O-Fish. My friend, you could be that friend.
Hurry in and get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I was in a very bad relationship. After that, I made it my mission to help people. Brad Schimmel really wanted to know, how can we help survivors? He got right in there with me and did the work that needed to be done. I know Brad, the person, and I know how passionate he is about helping people, women, sexual assault victims, children. He has made it his life's mission to help families. I know that about him.
Shop Wisconsin's best deals at Black River Furniture Outlet. Find unbeatable prices on sectionals, big or small, to fit every home. Great savings on Ashley sofas and love seats. Style and comfort at a price you'll love. Check out our wide selection of reclining and power furniture, plus custom options from Best Home Furnishings. Experience top-tier comfort with Catnapper Furniture, where relaxation is key. Black River Furniture Outlet, your upholstery headquarters. Family values, veteran-owned, and no corporate hassle. Open 7 days a week in Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Brad Schimmel is lying about Susan Crawford's views on protecting kids, just like he lied about rape kits and let child molesters off easy, even blaming child victims. The truth, Susan Crawford is a former prosecutor, a common-sense judge, and a mom. And unlike Schimmel, she's always protected our kids, at school and everywhere else.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford, and I'll always follow the law and use common sense to decide what's right and what's wrong.
Let's create your dream home at our area's only home show from the La Crosse Area Builders Association. The only home show where you'll meet over 100 businesses ready to make your home remodel dreams happen. Basement to roof, front yard to back. The only home show with Friday date night, Saturday community day, and Sunday family day. Details are at labahomeshow.com. The LABA Home Show is sponsored by Xcel Energy and Olson Solar Energy, March 28th through the 30th at the Onalaska Omni Center.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Day 3 of the WIAA Boys State Basketball Tournament, and today we look to crown some champions. Cochrane Fountain City and Aquinas both in action. Our own Jacob Lenzendorf was at the Kohl Center, and he's got the action.
Well, Kate, our two area teams got the chance to do what just a handful in the entire state have the privilege of doing, and that is finishing your season with a win. Championship Saturday. Will that new ball in the trophy case be gold or silver? We begin in Division 5. Cochrane Fountain City taking on Sheboygan Lutheran. Midway through the first half, CFC doing what they do best, generating a steal, and Porter Erath takes it in for the and one. Pirates up 1. Then a little later, Tucker Babinek kicks it out to Ty Pop, and Pop makes it drop. Three-pointer is good. Then how about this? Right before the half, the ball finds the hands of Cameron Lipinski. He hoists it up and beats the buzzer. Talk about some momentum going into halftime. Pirates up 6 at the break. Crusaders got this thing tight late. Zach Leonard gets the lay-in to go, but a Ty Pop free throw would make it a 4-point game. Sheboygan Lutheran needs a miracle, and they will not get it. It's Erath with the steal, and he's going to ice things with a layup. And shiver me timbers, the Pirates are your Division 5 state champions, winning 60-54.
We had one state team, was that 2014?
Correct.
I mean, we still talk about it, still talk about their run, but to do it ourselves and I guess make our own school history, it means a lot to us, a lot to the community too. So thanks to them for all coming out and supporting us throughout the whole year.
Means a lot to be part of the school history, to have our supporters come, and it's really just an honor to have this opportunity, and it was a fun ride.
Aquinas looking to make it 2 for 2 for area schools, taking on top-seeded Bonduel. But this one was not nearly as tight. Finley Strom makes it a 15-point lead, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. Not much later, the defense slow getting out to Logan Becker, and he knocks it down. Then right before half, it's Trey Barr getting to the rack. He converts. Aquinas feeling good, up 45-27 at half. And the second half was more of the same. Braden Young is going to tickle the twine. Blue Goals were a scorching 11 of 24 from the three-point line, and you aren't going to lose many games when you shoot it like that. Start the party. Aquinas back atop the mountain for the first time since 2013.
Last year didn't end how we wanted to, and I think all of us were just like, we'll be back. And the next day, we got back, and we all got in the gym and started working. So it feels really good just to have this accomplished.
Once we got a taste of what it's like being here and the big playoff run, I mean, we wanted that back so much, and each and every one of us put in the time, work, effort, and it was just a big group effort, and we believed, and the results came.
So it's a couple first place finishes for our area teams as the Pirates' treasure is gold and Aquinas reigns supreme yet again. In Madison, Jacob Lenzendorf, News 8 Now Sports.
Now, can't show the highlights, but the Badgers have been eliminated. 91-89 the final. John Tonje took the last shot to try to send the game into overtime, but it fell short. Wisconsin got off to a slow start in this one, and Tonje scored 37 points to try to get the Badgers back into it, but the effort was not enough as Wisconsin falls in the second round. On the women's side, former Aquinas Blue Gold Lexi Donarski shined in North Carolina's first-round win over Oregon State. Donarski finished with a team-high 19 points. She was 5 of 8 from three-point land, as she's got the Tar Heels into round 2. They'll face the 6th seed West Virginia on Monday. The Badgers women hockey team going for a national championship tomorrow as they'll face the defending champs Ohio State in the Frozen Four finals. Wisconsin is 37-1-2 on the year, but that one loss comes to the hand of Ohio State back in November. This one's set to start at 3 p.m. on ESPN+. Let's go to the ice. Wild taking on the Sabres, and check out this pass right inside of Marco Rossi. He puts it in for the score. Wild take the lead. Later in the period, a traffic jam around the net, but Justin Brazeau finds an opening. Make that 2-0 Wild. Then this Wild blow this one wide open. A pass sends a pass to Zuccarello, and he sends a rocket into the net. Wild take this one 4-1 and are now 40-25-5 on the season. I'll have more from that Wisconsin game tomorrow. That's all for sports. More news after the break.
Come to the 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year.
Windows, doors, patio doors, lowest price of the year.
Bath remodels, kitchen remodels, lowest prices of the year.
Pergolas, decks, or sunrooms, lowest price of the year.
Siding, trim, or gutters, lowest prices of the year.
27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store, 524 Copen Avenue, La Crosse. TheBoardStoreOnline.com or call 608-782-8877.
Growing up in Chippewa Falls, we had some tough times. My little sister was born with special needs, so I became her protector. And when my dad was laid off, we all had to step up. Along the way, I learned a lot about hard work, common sense, and most of all, what it means to look out for people. I'm Susan Crawford, and looking out for people is why I became a prosecutor and a judge. And it's what I'll do every day on the Supreme Court.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up, by the fire, or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Voters deserve to know what our records are.
Susan Crawford's record? Disturbing and dangerous. A 7-year-old girl sexually assaulted. The attacker faced 100 years. Crawford let him off with only 4.
I don't regret that sentence.
A 5-year-old violated. The predator should have rotted in prison. He got out in just 2 years. She protected them, not us.
I don't regret that sentence. I am proud of the work that I've done.
Susan Crawford, putting criminals over your kids.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
An American won the Los Angeles Marathon for the first time in decades on Monday. We get to meet the Illinois man and hear from his proud mom and high school coach.
Way to go, buddy! I'm so proud of you!
Karen Rickman is beyond proud that her son, 25-year-old Matt, won the LA Marathon. It's the first time an American won the race in 31 years.
That was mind-boggling. I had no clue. You know, we were just there for the marathon. We were there just to cheer on her son.
I didn't really know for sure, you know, where I was at relative to the competition until we make a U-turn with maybe a little bit more than 3 miles to go.
This is the second time Rickman has competed in a marathon, but cross country is a family sport. His brother and sister are runners.
He did it too and found out he had fun and did well.
This is the moment Rickman crossed the finish line in 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 56 seconds. He's an Elburn native and attended Canelan High School, where he ran cross country.
As an athlete here at Canelan, I mean, he was the best competitor we'd ever seen.
Rickman graduated in 2017. Andy Drindle is the head track and field coach. He watched him compete Sunday and says he knew Rickman would win when he made his move at mile 13.
And the commentator on the stream was saying, oh, he might be fading a little bit. I'm going, I've seen him do this move 50 times. He's going to win it. And I don't think I blinked for the last hour of the race.
Rickman's dad said he trained 2 hours a day for 6 months here in Elburn, running over 100 miles a week in any weather condition.
We can't believe it. Just unbelievable.
Outside of track, Rickman's coach and parents say he's the most humble person you'll ever meet.
He doesn't want to flaunt what he did. And so he doesn't even wear his medal. You know, the reporters are like, Matt, where's your medal? He pulls it out of his pocket. He's like, it's right here.
Well, congratulations to him, and we'll have a final check on your forecast when we return.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
A 5-year-old girl violated. The predator faced up to 60 years behind bars. Radical Susan Crawford sided with him, released on a $500 bond, and lived across from a school. His sentence, just 4 years in prison. Now he's free, all because Susan Crawford and her warped, soft-on-crime agenda. Catch and release Crawford. Don't take the risk. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The Ho-Chunk Founders Day Powwow returns to the La Crosse Center on Saturday, March 29th. Enjoy music and performances as well as food and merch vendors. Admission is free and open to the public. Connect with over 100 experts in home remodeling, building, landscaping, design, and more at the La Crosse Area Builders Association Home Show. Get the help you need for your next home project.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Out-of-state special interests are trying to buy a Supreme Court seat for Susan Crawford. Why? Because Crawford supports their radical agenda, and I'm not okay with any of it. Let transitioning male teachers use my girls' bathrooms at school, allow boys to compete against them in sports, giving puberty-blocking drugs to children without parents' consent. That's who Susan Crawford sides with, and I'm not okay with any of it.
Verizon and AT&T announced price hikes a total of 10 times in the past 2 years. Doesn't that blow your mind? Families can switch to T-Mobile and get all the benefits of their plans while saving 20%. T-Mobile blows the competition away. T-Mobile will also give you up to $800 when you switch. Mind blown. Is that a jet engine?
Go to T-Mobile.com to see how families can save 20% and get $800.
That's lunch.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR. Object to anything less than the best.
March Madness is my favorite time of the year, but I think I usually do better at getting an accurate forecast than an accurate bracket. I'm not doing too bad this year. I know for any Badger fans out there, you weren't too happy today, but I actually picked BYU, so I was kind of happy with that.
Come on, Nicole.
I know,
Come
but
on.
I'm a Minnesota girl, so I can't really root for the Badgers.
That's fair, I
We
suppose.
can't have Rainy winning this bracket, though. We got to
No.
get the sunshine in there.
Please,
They asked me on another
please.
day, and Rainy might not be winning this bracket.
You know,
Okay, fair.
To be fair, I feel like if you're Wisconsin trying to predict Wisconsin weather, you're going to be as accurate as anyone trying to pick their bracket.
Yeah, that's
it's
a good point.
pretty
Especially in March,
impossible.
especially in March.
Yeah, if you're not following the trends.
How many
what are you gonna
perfect
do?
brackets are there? So I think last time I saw there was 8.
But I didn't check that after the Badger game.
Not
so.
me. I do not have the
No,
perfect
if I was one of those 8 people, I would be losing my mind. Badgers disappointing, but the women's hockey team bringing us hope,
bring us
something
home.
to cheer for tomorrow.
Give us more.
Giving us a little something. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.